for sharing your life with me. You gave me so much, you made me happy. Your love's been amazing. I know I couldn't make it without you. Without your love. Thank you.
All right, what's up, everybody? First, I want to start off by saying thank you, God, for bringing us here today or allowing us to have another day on this earth. So thank God. Even though some of y'all don't use that gift to the best of y'all ability, but you do have to thank Him. So thank God for that. Take a moment to say thanks. I do have a little bit of a cough, so I may be coughing throughout this broadcast. I want to say good morning to everybody who's here. So I do want to thank you for being here because you could be anywhere in the world and you are here. So I truly am grateful, thankful, and appreciative. This won't be a long live. But there are some things I need to say before all the other shenanigans that happen over here overtake what I gotta say. All right, so let me say hello. Just Kimmy says good morning, SK. I'm upset with you. In hindsight, after I got done, I think you're talking about Jay Dunn. After I got done with being on Jay Dunn, I'm like, oh shit, Kimmy gonna be upset, But I mean, I had to ask some questions. That don't mean Jay Dunn and I are buddy, and I talk to her on the background. I don't do that. So you ain't gotta worry about nothing like that. But hello, I hope all is well with you. Now, if that's not the reason you mad at me, okay, well, I have to figure out the other one. What's up, left-handed Reed? Oh Lord, left-handed Libra with your right-handed self. How you doing? Hey, what's up, Random? How you doing? Good to see you. Happy Sunday to you. What's up, Brixton, babe? I'm here for the mess. Let's see who else. What's up, Cheryl, the spoiler Burnett? How you doing? I hope you're doing well. All right, so let's get into it. Like I said, it's not gonna be real long. Let me start by saying Jay Wilson's like he say we co-workers, all this other stuff, but anybody that's worked on a job know that the personality of all your coworkers. You know who to tell what to, who to piss off, who not to say what to, who having romantic affairs with somebody, and what's going to happen to get there. You know, like the personality, excuse me, of your coworkers. So to not know the personality of Jay Dunn and to sit up there and interject your situation with her and Nika and to say those things that you said to Jay Dunn, know that Jay Dunn don't like that kind of stuff. And if she has anything on you, she gonna put it out because she feels as if you, one, are embarrassing her, and two, that you are like making fun of her and all this other stuff. So you don't even know the personality of your own coworkers. Now you say you don't know how she got your number, but I do think I heard you say that y'all exchanged numbers in Atlanta. I may be wrong. She may have had it way before that. I don't know. But needless to say, you need to take a better inventory of the personalities of your so-called coworkers, right? Right? Because right now she got your number or put your number out like it's the whole company directory. Your number out there like it's on the company directory. Now, see, you sit up here and say you here for coins and all this, but the coin is cost you, right? So what's the return on the coin that you're getting? Because now you're gonna have to sit up here and pay for a change of number or something, right? Because you know these people, they'll blow up your phone. They don't care. So I just for someone who said they got all these degrees, you make terrible decisions. You make very, very bad decisions on who you provoke and you prod and all this other stuff. And who you associate with. But hold on, let me say hello to anybody. What's up? Know your own worth. How you doing? Yes, thank you for catching us live. Hope all is well your way. Everything is going well for you. Thank you for stopping by and for your support. Happy Sunday to you. Yes, Philly T can sing. Um, so like I was saying, like you sitting up here saying, yeah, I'm making the coin, but you spending the coin, right? You got to spend the coin, whether it be an embarrassment, it may be an intangible cost, right? That's greater than an actual tangible cost because you're sitting up here, your reputation is ruined. All right. Now you got to sit here and change phone lines, or at least buy a phone blocker. Your relationship and whoever you dated is in peril. You get what I'm saying? The stress on here had you blow up like a whole helium balloon, and then you had to go and pay to get that off of you. Like you lost a lot on here. So the coin keep you here, but the coin is going to be to your demise. And God keeps warning you, whatever universal force keeps warning you, right? They say this warning before destruction, and you fail to realize. And you sit up there and you be like, I'm part of a skit. I'm part of a show. Martin Lawrence and Chris Rock do the same. I don't see no Martin Lawrence and Chris Rock putting out each other number. Like you've mentally convinced yourself that this whole thing is a sketch or a skit or whatever you told the people at your job that you say that you still got. Or whatever you tell your people, your friends online or whoever offline who see you doing the stuff that you do. Oh, it's a skit. I get to roast these people who are actually going through real life circumstances because I ain't got to deal with it. So what happens when one day you come and you have to sit up there and deal with a situation that they've been going through that you made fun of? You're going to expect us to be contrite and empathetic, right? See, I don't get that. I really don't. I really don't. If you put the shit out, then you should be able to eat the shit when it comes back at you. That's how I feel. That's how I honestly feel. And for you to be lack of empathy is the direct opposite of anybody who stumbles. Well, let me not say it because a lot of these people in the church are some of the most callous, arrogant people. But once again, I told y'all, just because there's two forces at play. Anyway, now let me say this: I don't condone what Jay Dunn did. Right? That was wrong. But you got to know the personality of your coworker. You know how Jay Dunn gets. If you get on her or do something that she's a very sensitive person. So you may have said something and called her a big head, I don't know, man. And then she'll go and feel upset about that and put everything out that y'all talked about, whether it be your mama's recipes, your shoe size, or whatever she feels that will hurt you and get back at you at that moment. That's her personality, right? That's how I go. You know, like James Caldwell, you talk about him smashing high heels, right, and busting out seams and dresses and all that, then he may respond. So you got to know the virtual DNA or the virtual personalities of the people and know where to go and where not to go and what can be used against you for them to get back at you. So while you sitting over there on your platform saying, I'm scared, I'm nervous, I'm receiving homophobic comments. Well, wait a minute. You, a man that didn't even want to come out the closet to acknowledge your homosexuality, now you scared that people leaving homophobic comments? Like, that don't even make no damn sense, really. Right? But yet you drag the old people in your community and make fun of them too, in a way that a man who was homophobic would. I'm just saying. These are my thoughts and these are my interpretations. Now, now the same thing you were saying about Jay Dunn insinuating that you were going to call the law, because you like to call the law on people. I want you to have that same motherfucking energy for that motherfucking racist that's out here doxing your ass. Let me say that again. If you gonna call the cops on Jay Dunn, you need to call the cops on that motherfucking racist that called your father, but you didn't check him. You want to check Jay Dunn, but you didn't have no smoke for that motherfucking racist who called your father. All that public declaration, I'm scared. I would have been motherfucking scared. You should have been real scared because what the hell he doing calling your father, even if it was by accident? But you want to come at a whole, excuse my French, they say stud. You want to come at her, but you won't come at him. Not that I'm saying inciting that, but if you're going to have that smoke, Jay Wilson, for Jay Dunn, who just put out your telephone number, and compared to a dude who just put out your motherfucking work history, and then some, we need to see you light up that campfire and get to roasting and all that other stuff, and cop calling. Call a cop, because he called cops. So y'all two call cops. You two call copping bitches, all right, need to call the cops on each other. But you need to call a cop on him if you'll call a cop or report Jay Dunn. Because like I said, Jay Dunn put out a telephone number. That dude got your whole, like I say, professional, if you want to call it professional history, including down to where you worked at your last job as a chaplain, homeboy. Huh? Head chaplain. Head chaplain or whatever it said chaplain. I don't know if that was like, something else. But head, oh. So let's see that same motherfucking smoke. Cop caller. Call the cops on your own damn black people, but I bet you won't call the cops on him. I bet you won't report his ass, even though he called your daddy. Now let Jay Dunn call your daddy. I'm sure you're going to get all enraged and angry and upset and start sweating and everything. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. The hypocrisy of it all. The hypocrisy of it all. So if you want to have that same smoke for Jay Dunn, I'm not condoning her actions that had the same motherfucking smoke for that racist that put all the old personal, professional, private information out there for the world to see. Huh? And that's what you get for canoodling with him. You won't even stand up for your damn daddy. Black man, black people stand up for their family members. You won't even stand up for your damn daddy. We like, wait a minute, this man called his dad your father, and you just sitting up here like having a civil conversation as if he was like, well, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. Uh, 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 uh. Oh, I thought you said be right back working on Rico's truck. I thought that's what that said. Anyway, oh, Left Hand Libra says at the end of the day, Jada will be back on his panel. Let it be a slow news day. Of course, of course, of course. Yeah, we know that. I mean, we know that, but it's sad because that coin is going to cost him significantly if it hasn't done so already. And not that I care. I don't care that. It's just the combination of saying he's associated with the Lord and the mocking and the degrading and the embarrassing of those who are in need. There's a way to do comedy without not hitting people to their core. But then again, he says it's an entertainment. So why should we give a fuck of the offline ramifications of his number being put out there? That's just and then take it one step further. Why should we even care about his information, to work history and everything else? Because these motherfuckers want to be CIA, NSA agents are gonna connect the motherfucking dots on his ass. Like you gonna see that. Like there's breadcrumbs being dropped on people, and like you know what I'm saying. So it's a weird situation. What else I want to say? That's about it. I mean, that's pretty much it. You know, to be honest, going on. I mean, I'm not into that. I'm not really following that whole Janika Pro. What is it, Janika Pro or Jonica Pro? Well, I don't know. I can't say the Wonky Pro, whatever. And Honest Bro and stuff. I'm not really doing that. I don't know nothing about that. I don't really follow that other sector too much. I don't care what happened on Dick Tom Pizarro, Dick Suckerland. I really don't. But I don't really don't care. So there's not much else going on. Vibes Queen says good morning. What's up, Vibes Queen? Long time no talk. How you doing? Um, in the real world, I don't know. In the real world, October. Oh, we in Backtober, y'all. We in Backtober. If you want to, feel free to send a gesture to $ Sir King Crown, $Sir King Crown. Um, I'm glad the prayers were answered for all our people in the Carolinas. So hopefully they didn't receive too much damage. Prayers up to the people in Florida. And shame on the people who use that opportunity to scam. So that's what I got to say about that. So other than that, anybody got any other questions? Like I said, this is gonna be short. This is gonna be sweet. I want to say my 2 cents about that whole situation. Do I think J Dillon was wrong? Yes, she was wrong. Nobody number should be put out. Does J Dillon want her number put out? No, she don't want her number put out. But I'm a second hand on that. You got to know who you have F with, and you got to know how far they're gonna go. So and then on top of that, I don't know. The people I talked to in the background probably saw this too. They kind of brought it to their attention. Was that Jay Wilson? We knew that Jay Wilson was sitting up there getting information for Jay Dunn because Jay Dunn said, "Hey, did you see what I said? Did you see what I texted you?" And I was like, "Wait a minute! This man say he don't do none of that in the background. He said he don't be getting he don't be engaging in the background. People just send him information." And I'm just like, "Wow, you actively engaging for someone?" And I was like, "Ooh, okay." I think I got the screenshot because we know people do send him personal, private information on other people, which he regurgitates on his broadcast. I don't think Chris Rock and whoever Chris Rock and Martin Lawrence do that. I don't think they do that. Talking about you a skit, whatever. I mean, a piece of shit. That's what it is. We good so far. Just some flooding, but not well. Okay, that's great news, Cheryl. Thank you for the update. Valkyrie says, "I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. I hope you are all doing well too." Yeah, we doing well. Just dealing with these liars and scammers and stuff like that. So Oh, did I say this? Oh, so I was on Jay Dunn's panel yesterday. Some of y'all saw me over there. I had some questions to ask or whatever, and stuff like that. But like I told you, it was interesting to see that like why Brianna. What? Oh, I think I already said this on the line. Did I say this on the line? Why Brianna is sitting up there with a man with 18,000 kids and she has no interest in marrying him? I just don't understand that. I don't understand the psychology of that of a woman to sit up there and waste time. And then she said, "Oh, my maternal clock hasn't clocked on yet." Shit, because it probably passed. Let's be honest. Like, I mean, our bodies are very weird in the way that when we're not doing certain things, it shuts stuff off. Right. So if you're not in that maternal space, then or cannot be in a maternal space, the body may just shut off and not shut off that capability, and you may not, and not even you know it, right? I mean, let's just be honest about that. So it's like you don't exercise. So why is the body going to continue to keep those muscles fresh and firm, and they start to atrophy, right? They start to decay because you're not using. It's just an interesting. I just find that interesting. Like I never heard of a woman that's gonna be with a man that she knows she ain't dated, especially if he, unless he a celebrity. I don't. It's just weird to me. I just ain't never heard that before. And then just to be so, matter of fact about it. I don't know. But I guess you can get love and attention where you can get love and attention. Even if they do have two football, teams of kids. Two football teams of kids. You just, I don't know. What's up, Rose Bennett? How you doing? So yeah, that's what I gotta say about that. Other than that, that's about it. Uh, what's the other thing? Oh, Brianna. I don't know. Brianna and Pizarro definitely don't respect Nika, right? And I don't know. Nobody ain't really calling it out because I guess everybody part of that clan, but I'm not. So, for one of Brianna's lives, I guess she said that Nika had called her Brianna hard headed. So Brianna went back to her live and during her live, she said, "Well, Nika, you hard headed too." I was like, "Ooh." I was like, "Ooh." I was like, wow. I said, where's the respect for the OGs in the game around here? Shit, there ain't no respect for the OGs. And then just the other day, you got Pizarro telling Nika she always on that shit. I was like, wait a minute. Nika, you getting it, Nika. They don't respect your ass. Yeah. And that was the same person you did a whole appreciation pre-party for. I was, boy, I don't get it. I'm lost. I really am lost concerning that. What else? Anything else? Nothing else really that's been going on. Anything regarding the gym? Yeah, well, yesterday was really frustrating for me because I was at the gym. I played some basketball, and it was this dude, right? He ain't that good, and I knew I don't like people who ain't that good. Like if you're a hustler and you ain't that good, you can rock with me. But the dude, he kept going out to he kept taking the rebound and dribbling it out instead of passing it out and then getting it back. That was so frustrating to me. I was like, what the? And I don't say anything because we out here to have fun, but we also here to win. So you causing me to lose games while your ass is up here dribbling like you playing on the basketball court by yourself. So then he decided to play with the thing with the ear. What's it called? The ear pod in your ear in one ear. So he got smacked up in the ear, and he's like, "Oh my god, the ear pod went up in my ear." I was like, I was sitting over here. I was like, "Good, that's what you get." And he's like, "Oh," he was like, "Oh my god, give me a minute." I was like, "Motherfucker, that's why you ain't supposed to be playing with that stuff in your ear." And I don't know why they play with that stuff in their ear, but it's a safety hazard because just like what happened to him, he got smacked up in his damn ear. The thing went almost in his ear to his damn brain, and he was in pain. And then guess what? He kept it in there. His dumb ass. I was like, ooh, these people. Oh my god, people in the world. What's the other thing? Was there something else that happened? No, that wasn't. Nothing else. That was about it. The gym has been pretty okay. Uh, I got a good lay. Oh, what you said? You got a good lay. I was like, what you telling me that for? sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you said you got a good leg. I was like, what you trying to is like what you trying to tell me? Like you trying to Lord, let me leave that alone for that go somewhere it was supposed to go. You said you got a good layup. Okay, all right, I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. That's good. Cause some people out here, they be shooting the damn ball. I'm like, one, are you gonna play defense? And two, we don't have time for you to see how many you can miss before you make. Like we losing. Like I was just like, go do something else, go rebound or whatever. I was, ooh. But anyway, Rose Bennett, I'm glad you got a good layup. They say you the reason James got scared and cleaned and took down his page, not take it down, but cleaned up his page. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, okay, all right, Rose Bennett. But I honestly do think he's scared of you. Miss Shabone Bang says, Shabone said, good morning, SK and Chat. Bree probably doesn't even have monthly cycles. Most obese people don't. I'm not getting into that, Miss Shabone Bone. But that's what it goes back to my whole point of when the body shuts down things that it knows that it won't be using. So it was just, Miss Shaboom Boom, I'm going to say respectfully that she probably knows that she can't have, it was something that she said. I forgot what she said. Or something. And I was like, you probably wouldn't even know that you were pregnant. And I know people are like, oh, so can you wrong for that. You dirty for saying that. But let's just be honest. Like she probably wouldn't even. I was reading a story the other day. The lady wasn't fat, but she didn't even know she had a kid. Somehow the kid was on the other side of her body or something. Anyway, what? But she probably wouldn't even know that she had a kid. Like to be honest, she probably think it's a stomach ache or something that she ate. Remember she ate them what was that shrimp or whatever that seafood, and she I'm at the hospital, y'all. That's gonna be one of her situations. I feel I'm not knocking her, but I'm not knocking her. So but I'm just saying, in all honesty, I know she treated me like shit, and she did that because she had to be staying in tune with the people she was marching with. But in all honesty, I hope she gets her health together. Because if she waits to age 35, 40, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. She's gonna start dealing with the heart and stuff. And that who was on here who passed away? What's that man name? Damn, I forget his name. He was a big dude. He was a big dude, but he was funny. And one day, he just like he passed away due to something with his heart. The heart couldn't take it no more. So I just feel like she's got a shield. All that laughter and that happiness is a facade. Because I do got to play that clip, y'all. That clip was very telling when she said that I don't like to see fat black people on TV. And I'm like, damn, but that's what you. I mean, that's she said in a horror film, and I was like, that's you don't want to see that because that reminds you of yourself, right? And I think she's mentally conditioned herself to survive and think that she's not what she is, which I totally understand. Jay Wilson sitting over there thinking he white when he really black. And Jay Wilson for years had to think he was straight when he really gay. So it's things that people do that they have to just mentally condition themselves to survive and deal with society. Uh, What you say, Miss Cruz, coming in to see if he apologize for what? You need to apologize for being a false religious spirit. Since you say you ain't no Christian. But I do hope that, Brianna get herself together. But at that, at that stage it's very hard. It is very hard because if you have mobility issues, you lose weight what? By really exercise. You can say, oh well, I changed my diet. Yeah, that's gonna do something. But really you gotta burn those calories and burn that fat and stuff like that. And it's very hard for people who are used to eating and use eating as a form of entertainment and comfort to drop it like that because your body is craving what made it happy. You know what I'm saying? And you just can't drop it. Like it's like drugs. Not that I've been on drugs, but it's like that. It's like something. You know. I deal with my addiction is sugary drinks. You know what I mean? I like some shit. I don't really deal with no cake. I don't really deal with no stuff like that. But I do like me, I do like me a couple, sugary drinks and stuff. But that's my weakness. But that's it. Thank God that's all I got. I sit there and say, thank God that's all I got. What's up, Teron Herring? How you doing? You know, but sometimes I'll be on that water all day, and I'm like, damn, I won't be. I want me a soda or something. But I know the soda ain't good for me and it adds calories. So, so that's what I got to say. Other than that, I got to go. To be honest with y'all, I got to go. But that's what I got to say. To be honest, just know your YouTube coworkers before they put your number out. That's in there. I guess now it's on the YouTube directory. Oh no! I mean, this stuff you cannot make up. So you get ready to start your Sundays with your hubby. Oh, you still with your man? You still with your man? Okay. I remember you showed the man. Oh, you still with your man, Rose Bennett. Okay. Well, at least you got that protection in case that man over there is bald headed Ninja Turtle come for you. So I said I'm not religious, hon. And do you know the origin of Christianity? No, I would say I'm not really in a religious or religion aficionado. I'm not really one of those people. So if that's one area of lack of knowledge I have, is that all I know is I better pray the Lord, and get right. What happened in the past. He cares about what happened today. So 21 years, okay, that's good. That's good. Congratulations on that, and I hope you have 21 more. But I said I'm not religious, or I'm not. I said I'm not religious or transgender. Well, that's good. I'm glad to know you're not a transgender and you're not religious. Oh Lord, that's quite a combination. Anyway, no, I'm joking. She said Trinitarian or Trinitarian. Okay. All right. Those burgers ain't burgering. Bree body is in dire stress. Yeah, y'all. When I started gaining that weight, oh my God, I felt my skin stretching, y'all. I really did. It was just so many sensations that I had that was not good sensations that my body, like you said, Miss Shaboom Bang, that my body was in distress. My body was like I felt my skin stretching a little bit, and stuff. I'm talking about that whole COVID because a lot of people gained weight with the whole COVID. Yeah, it was just like the skin neurons or the neurons weren't as receptive because of the increased weight. It was just interesting. I was like, oh hell no to the no. Oh hell no to the no. I said I can't this ain't right. And obviously when you get out of breath, things started getting big and I started like I couldn't like my clothes weren't fitting right and stuff and it was just a whole interesting experiment. I mean, not experiment, experience. And I'm like, oh no, this is miserable. It was miserable being in my body, and I was like, I've never felt this kind of misery before. But it was obviously due to lack of movement and eating. But I don't, So I don't know. It's just we all grew up in different ways. So, but with that being said, hopefully you learned something or been thoroughly entertained. We had a real life conversation today, so I do appreciate that. Maybe we'll come back with the shenanigans. I don't know um, what my day is like today. So hopefully I have time to come back. If not, definitely tomorrow. Definitely tomorrow. And I need to share something with y'all. I can't give y'all too much about my real life, but y'all, like I told y'all, will fight for yourselves. But when you fight for yourself, make sure you do it in a professional way, an educated and calculated way. Let me just say this too. This, excuse me, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I told you I got a cough. Now why are you on that damn go kart? Anyway, let me just say this. This area, well, yeah, this area has changed me. It has really changed me. It has changed me in how I approach life. It's kind of weird. It's like somebody asked Jay Dunn yesterday. I told Jay Dunn, when you came on here, you were first sweet. Now you just evil. And this thing changes you. So a lot of y'all subscribers, so I'm giving y'all insight. This thing changes you, whether you want to or not. You could be the sweetest person on this world or in this world. And you'll come on and you'll give your commentary and you'll just have people hating on you for no reason. You don't have to shade them, you don't have to curse or whatever. And you just get there are people who support you, but then there's people that hate you that say the most vile things. You don't know who they are. You don't know them, right? And then you can sit up there and be a pacifist all you want, but at a moment in time, you will get tired of that because that's causing you stress. Whether you want to, you want to admit it or not, it is because it's negative energy. So I just say that like just being on here has changed me how I move in my real life because to be honest, the The real world is a microcosm of what happens really on here. Like people in real life are scheming and scamming, pretending to be your friend, but they really not. They sharing your shit in the background. You don't know it. They disrespecting you. They calculate it in their movements. They leaking it up and shit to take your ass down, relaying information and you don't even know it. You know what I mean? So this is like a crash course on how to deal with all that shit. And you can't, if you go to win in life, you cannot be passive. You have to be active. You have to stand up for yourself. And I feel like I've taken some of these lessons that I've learned on here and incorporating that shit in my real life, and I've definitely seen some things move and shake. You know, because a lot of stuff I learned, people probably take courses for, and I mean, I've been like, I go through it. So while you sit up there running the play on me, I'm up there already ready to play on you, and you don't even know it. Because instead of going through you, I went around you, and I'm just as nice and smiling in your face, and you don't even know it. Because why? You disrespected me, and I'm gonna show you how to disrespect you back, but get something in return. So it's very interesting, and I don't say that to be diabolical or anything like that, but I'm saying you got to know how to maneuver. And while Jay Wilson sits over there and talks about emotional intelligence, which he fails to exhibit, you do have to be emotionally intelligent because you could kill your play due to your emotions. Like I told you, Cardi B missed out on a multi-million-dollar bag with Call of Duty because she was dealing with some court shit because she wanted to get back at the girls at the club. And all she had to do was show up probably for a couple of hours, maybe let's say, well, maybe a whole day. If they pay you multi-million-dollars, it's probably a whole day photo shoot. But still, it's a day's labor for multi-million-dollars that she missed out on due to something that called probably was 30 seconds. So the same shit. Don't let your emotional intelligence keep it chill and work that shit in the background. And there's nothing against working shit in the background. It's just a tactic. And I'm just sharing with y'all how stuff that I've been through I apply it to my real life. And hopefully y'all applying shit to your real life. Everybody that smiled on your face ain't the nicest person. Everybody that appears with the nicest voice or the most innocent look is the one you should be worried about because you can see the dude who got the hoodie who look like he gonna rob you, but can you see the person that's smiling in your face that's small in stature, but evil and evil in reality. It's stuff like that. Like look at Tracy. You would never think that Tracy's the nefarious person that she is with that voice that she got and them outdated looks. No, you wouldn't, but you see she is though. The same shit in real life. You see somebody with that little old lady, yeah, but that little old lady just running game on you and stole your credit card because you left it on the counter because you didn't think she was stealing from you. You see what I'm saying? It's just puts you on point. That's what I wanted to share with y'all with my Sunday wisdom regarding what I learned over here. What's up? Okay, thank you. Oh, you too, Shaboom Bang, Miss Shaboom. What's up, Angela Cook? We about to get up out of here. How you doing? Say good morning, SK. Yes, it changed you. I'm listening to you. Yeah, but Angela Cook, I had to. I had to do that because I didn't want to, but I had to because me being nice and me staying in principle with the ways of the Lord, and trying to be an ambassador of the way of the Lord. But don't forget, Jesus flipped over that table too. Just like Jesus is gonna flip off of Miss Cruiser wig if she keep coming in here talking she's not a Christian. But it started to allow other people to come on and take shots, pop shots at me and Lynn. So I had to do what I had to do to shut that shit down. Now, like I say, if y'all do certain things in the hood a certain way, and I'm coming from that environment, then I'm gonna I'm gonna start playing the games y'all play and talking the language y'all talk. Then maybe you will understand because I was talking language of respect and politeness, and obviously they never received that in their life, so therefore I had to talk the language that they understood. And I think I'm communicating well from what I see. All right, let me see what else y'all said. Let's see. Yeah, the scripture says they thought Peter was not close to God too, but he cursed them out and cut that dude ear off. But he preached the Pentecost message. Okay, thank you for that sermon. Let me see what else. All right, I gotta go, y'all. Actually, running late. Mrs. Shaboom Bang says Jada, okay, but her voice is so high pitched, hard to listen to. Oh, yeah, some voice is very interesting. They will never get it till it happens to them. Yeah, that's true. You're right. And then the whole ganging up and linking up and all that other stuff. Miss Cruiser says, how do you follow the ways of the Lord if you don't know? No shade, legit question. How you know based on scripture or tradition? Um, because I have a personal relationship with God, and To be honest, you could be all into. That's the thing with Jay Wilson. He all knowledgeable. He studied the ways of the Lord, right? He's proficient and profound in his knowledge, but his implementation, his execution of it is very poor, right? So you could be all that, but are you really living it? You could know all and everything, but are you doing it? And I think at the end of the day, that's all God really wants. He wants us to live the way of the Lord, not know that we know all these scriptures in the history and be some of the most foul, you know, evil, callous people. He don't care about that shit. He don't. He want to know, are you an ambassador of his will on this earth, which is to promote love and to treat thy brother as thou treat thyself, right? You can know all this, Pentecost, First Sunday this, uh, Zion this, but are you really living it? Are you really implementing it? And I think that's what matters. And we got something else. Y'all didn't really talk about conscience, right? Your conscience tells you when you are wrong and not doing right. And when you start to not listen to your conscience gets dull. So that's when you know you on the wrong track. Because when you don't have no connection with your conscience, it's like, oh, don't do that or don't say that, and you still do it and say it anyway. Okay, yeah. So you are living it when you're name calling and stuff you living it and stuff you living it. Yeah, I'm living it. I am living it. Did that lady who just came in here? It said that I did change. Yeah, I'm living it. I lived it, right? I lived it. And then you see when you're dealing with devils, you sometimes got to speak the language they speak, but you don't have to change your ways. We still holding off on people when we can say things we want to say, but we don't say. Unlike Jay Wilson, right? So yeah, that's what I mean. Uh, Sorry, I'm confused. Who talking? I'm talking. Angela Cook. Oh, I don't know. This Cruiser talking in the chat. I know what reprobate means. Yeah, I do. Right. Jay Wilson has a reprobate mind. There's a lot of people on here who have a reprobate mind. Right. I don't have a reprobate mind. I have a spiritual mind. Everything that I do in my real life, right? Everything I do in my real life, and also on here, right, isn't conscious of the ways of the Lord. I could have been put out a lot of people's shit, right? But I did. When they were coming at me hard and heavy, oh, I had some ammo for that ass, and still do. But I don't do that because that's not consistent with my ways, right? I just be like another one of y'all motherfuckers on here who put people. I don't want to be like that. So even though my enemy is harassing me and all this other bullshit that I didn't deserve, I kept it cute and kept the shit in the vault. For real, for real. That's stuff that y'all don't know. So while I'm sitting up here acting all angelic, y'all acting like devil spawn, I'm still acting as cognizant of or the way of the way the Lord would want me to act. The Lord don't want me to be no punk pussy bitch out here either. Let's be honest. He don't want me to be no bitch out here and get trampled on because then I'm not representing him as a man of strength. So it's a balance in that. And yes, the Lord says vengeance is his, but he didn't say for you to sit up there and take the shit. You know what I'm saying? He'll handle the big stuff. You can stand up for yourself. So I don't do that doctrine stuff. I don't do none of that stuff. Even though people want to do that to me, right? And I always tell people, don't push somebody where they ain't never been, right? Because they don't know how far they can go. So I could call folk fat, whore, like yeah, because they call me that, right? And I told them that the whole situation, Brianna. I said, Brianna, please stop, saying the stuff that you're saying about me because I don't want to say those things about you. I gave her a public warning. I gave her a public declaration to please stop. And she kept going on for months. Months. I know church is here, Steve Austin. Thank you for being on time, but you late because we're about to end. But you know, you weren't saying that stuff when they were saying that stuff about me, and I was being up here. They try to mock me for not cursing. Do you not you, Steve Austin, but Miss Cruz, did you not forget that I did not curse? And they kept trying to provoke me to curse. And they kept saying some of the most vile and disgusting things. And I said, okay, you want me to curse? You're gonna get this wrath. So you are what you are. Are you a religious hoe? Oh Lord, you okay, you trying to get so started. With that being said, I'm out of here. It's good to see you, Steve Austin. Take care, y'all, to my moderators. Um, See y'all later. Be the change y'all want to see in the world. And stay away from evil and destruction. And don't let the coin keep you here. Keep the coin in the church's purse, okay? Or your damn bank account. All right, with that being said, I'm out of here. Y'all have a blessed day. And be the change you want to see in the world. And also stay in tune with your conscience. When you stop doing that, then you pretty much are a lost soul that leads to a reprobated mind. Okay? All right. Take care, y'all. Make sure y'all thumbs up the video and please subscribe. And if you want to, since we in Bigtober, $ Sir King Crown. All right, Philly T's gonna take us out. Bye, y'all.
I want to thank you, everybody, for sharing your life with me. You gave me so much, you made me happy. Your love's been amazing. I know I couldn't make it without you. Without your love. Thank you.